What's up, y'all? It's TSG with the Man Event. The Buccaneers lose to the Rams 30-27, puts them out of the playoffs. But I'm here to tell you the Buccaneers could have won that game. I'm going to do some film breakdown and show you how. Here we go. Real quick, before I go over this play, I want you to pay attention to the DB at the top of the screen. That DB is playing way off of our receiver. I mean, that's a lot of buffer. Just remember that because it's going to be important later when I'm explaining what the Bucs should have done to win this game. Okay, back to this running play. You can see Ali Marpet and Cameron Brate are both pulling, and they're both going to make trap blocks, which really takes advantage of the defensive lineman's aggressive nature coming up the field, and the offensive lineman has the leverage and ultimately the advantage because the defensive lineman is not expecting a lateral block, and you can see what kind of yardage we get off of that play. Okay, this next run is going to be exactly the same play, but they just switch it to the left side. Fournette is here, and he is going to go here. And watch the lineman pull again. You'll see. All right, there goes Fournette. Great trap blocks by the lineman, and another first down. Awesome play. Okay, so let me back this up. Again, here's Cameron Brate, basically lined up like a fullback, and you're going to see Aaron Stinney pull first. And you can see he just hits that defender out of the way, enough for Fournette to fly by, and here Brate is going to come down, and he's going to make a great trap block and creates a huge hole. Things are looking good here. This is how you slow down a defense like the Rams with players like Aaron Donald and Von Miller. All right, on the next play, they only pull one guard, and they only get 3 yards, but look at this DB up here cheating. The DB is cheating up here, expecting the run because most offensive coordinators will keep running it on you until you can stop them, and they should when you have such big runs. Take a look here. You're going to see that they only have one lineman pull, and they don't have the same success, but they do need to disguise their runs and make them not so predictable, so I am okay with this. Okay, now the Bucs have run 3 run plays and had some success, so it's time for a play-action pass. Look for Brady to fake to Fournette here and go to Scotty Miller, who is here, but he will end up here. All right, fake to Fournette. Scotty runs a mid-range out route to the sideline, but why is there a defensive back all over him? Okay, here's where the problems start. Before I go any further, here the Rams are running a cover 2 defense, which the areas to attack are mid-range between the defensive back here and the safety here. This DB is supposed to cover the flat here, and it's the same on both sides, so over here and here as well. And the other zone to attack in the cover 2 is also up the middle here, which is why it's important to have a deep middle route go up through here to keep this safety here honest and keep him to the middle of the field if you're going to throw this mid-range out route that Scotty Miller just ran. Again, look how much buffer these DBs are giving our receivers at the line of scrimmage. We failed to notice this early in the game, and it cost us. So first of all, look at the buffer we just mentioned here. So later on, the Bucs recognize this buffer, and they move Mike Evans down, and they just start hitting him at the line of scrimmage, and they have a lot of success. However, this play could have worked if Scotty would have ran this route just past the first down yardage here, and he would have been open between the DB and the safety. But for that to work, there has to be another route in the area here going deep, say, this way, past him, to keep this safety right here from biting down on Scotty. Or a receiver needs to be running a route from the right side up the middle area here, and Mike Evans needs to be running a route that keeps the safety over on the other side of the field. But really, the better play, I think, is to just, move Mike Evans down the screen and just dump it off to him quickly, let him get some yardage. Our receivers can use their legs, and I think it would have turned out a lot better. They had a lot of success with this later on in the game. Incomplete. So now with the last play, the Bucs find themselves in a 3rd and 8, which is difficult against this defense. Brady is going to throw the ball to Gronk, who is here. He is going to run a dig route here, but it was well defended. So let's take a look. So Gronk is covered here. You can see it was well defended. And Gronk did not have his best game the last time we played the Rams. And they're not leaving him open early in this game. I know Brady trusts Gronk and he makes great catches, but You're going to see here that Brady should have dumped the ball off to his running back here, which our backs are known for making people miss in the open field. I think Brady was predetermining where he was going to throw it because the rush is so fast from the defense that he doesn't have time to go through his progressions. Okay, one more example of the Bucs trying to attack the sideline when it just is not open. This play goes to Gronk here at the bottom of your screen. Take a look. Okay, Gronk's right here. He's going to run a corner route here. And you'll see that it's going to be an interception. All right, I'm going to tell you why. It's just one more example of the Bucs trying to attack the sideline when it just is not open, not that deep route yet. The DBs are still cheating back, leaving that large buffer. Here, you can see it again. And we need to just hit any of these receivers right off the line of scrimmage. And it's 2nd and 17, so maybe they can make a nice chunk with all that space they are leaving them. And then they have a better chance of making plays. And then your third down can be reasonable. As I said earlier, you also need a deep route up the middle here, with Scotty Miller maybe, to keep that safety honest. In reality, Scotty Miller is the one who's wide open on this play because the defender's cheating so far in the direction of Gronk. Okay, you see here, there's Scotty right there. Take a look in the pass. Look, nobody anywhere near him. That's the person you need to hit on this play. He's the one that's open. Or Scotty could run up the middle and do a post route here and then over to here, and that would draw that safety back over and keep those guys honest. But they were looking for this play. It was obvious they had done their film study, and they knew the part of the field that we like to attack. It was smart on their part. So now let's take a look at what the Bucs did well. They did really well on the screens. Watch Fournette here. The screenplays were extremely effective, but they didn't use them enough. They only ran like 4 screens the whole game. The drives they did use them, though, they scored on. Okay, so right here, Fournette is going to catch a screen pass at the top of your screen, and the linemen are going to pretend to block for a second, and then they're going to let the defender go by, taking advantage of their super aggressive rush after the QB. Now, out here, you have these big linemen leading the way, and they had a lot of success with this play and got a lot of yardage. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't run it more. They should have. All right, here's another one, the tail end of it. You see the lineman right out here leading the way. Hang on a second. You see it right there. 3 linemen, big linemen. They did the same thing. Fournette's got all these blockers ahead of him. They got a lot of yardage on this play. Again, they should have kept running this play. Okay, so right here, Brady starts to attack the middle area of the field, which is also a weakness for the cover 2 defense. Yeah, so see it right here? This is the middle area that is often open, and I believe Brady hits Gronk here on the next play as well. Yep, so watch Gronk right there. And he catches it right in that middle seam there. All right, and here you'll notice that someone finally realizes how far the DBs are playing off here, see? How far they're playing off Mike Evans, and they begin to capitalize on it. The problem is we needed to discover this much earlier. It's like 17-3 right now, and the Bucs would have had the ball longer, possibly scored, and things could have been different. All right, here they are again. Mike Evans, top of your screen. The thing's starting to loosen up now because of all the success they started to have, and then that's when things open up. You just have to play small ball early on in these games in order for these plays to work. And we just, we didn't see what the defense was giving us early enough. And our defense, of course, didn't hold up in the first half. And with all of that, the Bucs still almost came back and won this game. Defense played better. Brady, as always, plays better, in the second half, especially the fourth quarter. So, you only wish. You kind of wonder just why they didn't notice this sooner. It's not like they haven't played the Rams before. They have. And they know that early in games, the Rams are aggressive. You can't fall behind. So why not play small ball? Why not dink and dunk it? Take what they're giving you. Let Brady come up to the field and look at it and go, okay, I can do this. More design plays with counters and maybe a reverse and things to capitalize on their defense being so aggressive. And so right here, you can see Tom Brady gets a flag. He got hit in the head. Got mad that he didn't get the call. Started yelling at the ref. That cost him 15 yards. So that really didn't help him at all. It was tough, but. So here's a fantastic play. You've seen a wheel route there by Fournette. So you're going to see this defensive back come up here and try and be aggressive and think he's going to get Fournette just coming out of the backfield. But Fournette continues his route. It's called a wheel route. And he continues it and goes right by the DB. It's a great play by Brady and him to see it. And that's high football IQ right there. That's the kind of stuff that we needed to do. And that's how they came back, honestly. So this drive ultimately ends up in a field goal. So, we miss it. It's another mistake. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. When he missed this, I was like, come on, you got to be kidding me. Nothing's going right. So in the first half, we're behind 17-3. We still got 9 minutes left in the second quarter, but just so many things were going wrong. We had 3 15-yard penalties. These guys were not mentally strong, and their game plan was kind of arrogant, Like, we're just going to do what we want on these guys because we got the receivers and we got Brady. But the best teams still have to game plan, and you have to be more creative. I didn't see any toss sweeps. I didn't see any, counters or maybe a reverse or something that would just throw these guys off, especially with Scotty Miller and his speed. These guys have to be more patient early in games and be willing to take small chunks and work their way down the field, because if you don't, we will fall behind and our defense is often, they are slow starters. Then we fall behind and we quickly turn one-dimensional. So we have to, even if it's painfully slow process, we have to work our way down the field methodically, especially with all the players that we had. There's no shame in just dinking and dunking it all the way down. And they were giving us so much room on the outside to our receivers. We could have run trip sets and stuff like that. So we just have to be better. We have to be better game planners. And someone should have seen that immediately in the game. I mean, what they were doing to us anyway. If you like what you saw and what you heard today and you want to see some more, like and subscribe, and so leave a comment and tell me what you think, and let me know other videos that you might like to see broken down. All right. I'll have some more for you in the future. Later.